This question is about the ratio of radioactive activity of the two nuclides A and B. I will show you the solution by the two ways, two alternatives. The first is by equation, and second, I will show you the results in a graph as well. So, first of all, let us understand what is the radioactive activity. So, radioactive activity is the rate at which the nuclide, the radioactive nuclide, which is unstable, it is the rate at which that nuclide decay, how fast or how slow that radioactive nuclide decay. So every radioactive nuclide have a different rate of activity, and it is done by emitting the radioactive particles like alpha, beta, and gamma. So for example, if this is a uranium 92 238, that is a famous, when it is when it release the alpha particle, it converts into the thorium 90 234. So this is one decay, the decay of one nuclide. So just imagine if you have taken the two nuclides A and B in the two different samples, and both have a different half lives. So both will decay at their different rates. One will decay fast and the one will decay slow. So we have to take a ratio of their activities at after four half lives for the nuclide A. So let's say the initially the both have a equal activity, let's say A0. Now, according to the question, the nuclide A has a half-life T. It means that how many half-lives will be passed. So in the time period 40, so there will be, obviously you have to divide 40 divided by T. So there are four half lives. So in that four half lives, what will be the activity after four half lives? We know that after every one half life, it decays, the number of nuclides remains half, right? So it means that if I want to know what is a amount, so I will simply apply this equation: 1 over 2 raised to power n represents the number of half lives, multiplied by the initial activity. So you can see that it will be 1 over 2 raised to power 4, because there are four half lives, and finally it will become A0 over 16. So this is the activity of A after four half lives. Now we will apply the same for the B. Since the nuclide B have the half life two times more, means it is decaying slowly. Okay, its time period is longer. Why? Because its decay constant is smaller, right? If you remember this equation. So for nuclide B, there should be 2T, I mean the 4T. So it for this it is the total time divided by its half life. So there are just two half lives. So it means that after one half life, its amount will be A0 over 2, and then after two half lives, it should be A0 over 4, which you know already. So let me just write it again. So it is raised to power 2 times A0. This is a proper method we find out activity. So this is the activity of that nuclide B. So if we divide them, right? So activity of A, since it has a more half life, right? So it is, we have calculated, it is A0 over 16 divided by A0 over 4, right? Which can be written as, because this will be cancelled out, okay? So it can be written as 4 over 16, and 4 over 16 is equals to 1 over 4. So it means that activity of B is four times less than activity of A. Sorry, more than four times than the activity of A. And the right answer is option D, which says that it is 1 over 4. Now, please don't skip the video and let us see the second method, which is a graphical method. We know that for both, the activity initially was same, that is A0 and A0, let's say at that point, when the time t was 0 initially. So for A, since you know that the half life is T, right? So it means that there will be four half lives, which we have already seen. So after the time T, it should be A0 over 2. After the time 2T, it should be further halved. Then after the time 3t, it should be further halved, and then the 4t, it should be here, right? And if I try to join all of them, so you see that this is a curve that is passing, and this amount is exactly, so right at 40, look at this amount. Is it not a0 over 16, right? And we will do the same. Now let's quickly see what happens with this. So it is t, this is 2t, so at 2t it will be halved, right? And then at 40 it will be further halved, so it should be this point. So if you draw them, so this is obviously a less steep curve, and this is a more steep curve because it has a less half time. So its amount is, dear students, its amount is a0 over 4. And if you divide these two, so you will get once again the same answer, option D. So I hope you understand the whole solution by two methods.